Housing market extremely volatile with private equity accounting for a third of the sales, expert says. Guys, so this is basically the fear that I've had with the housing market for quite some time, is that we have institutions, corporations jumping into the single family housing market. And now the housing market is basically on the stock market. And that I have total fears of that. And this article kind of outlines why it's not good, in my opinion, okay? So let's just jump to this little quote right here. Housing used to be very stable asset class, and now it's extremely volatile. One reason is that institutions used to account for about a quarter of the sales. Now it's about a third. You have real estate investment trusts, REITs, all active in single family home market. This is, okay, I am not happy with this. Okay, honestly, I'm not happy with this. I believe that, okay, I know it's legal and it's fine. I'm not like some communist, whatever. No, what I mean is when you allow corporations to jump into the housing market, what I fear is that corporations are going to turn citizens into renters. And I think that us having the ability to buy a house, like, families, remember, buying a property creates wealth. It creates generational wealth. It's something that you could pass down to your kids. They could pass it down to their kids, and it grows over time. We as citizens, the best thing we could do for ourselves and our family and our future is to buy a property, is to buy a house, and hopefully you could buy two. When we start allowing companies to buy that and they turn around and rent it to us, that creates a terrible, terrible scenario for me, because the stock market is super volatile, okay? You have a few layoffs from Walmart and suddenly it could bring down the entire market. Now, you do not want, companies that own a lot of these houses, to sit there and say, oh man, my stocks are going down. The stock price is going down. We need to get rid of some of our inventory. And now suddenly they unload a huge inventory into the market and it crashes the housing market. All because, Walmart or whatever had lower sales that quarter. I don't like that idea in general. Now, I know I'm making the sound very, very simple, but I do believe that the best things we can do for ourselves is buy a house, okay? Here, let me read a little bit this quote right here. Check this out. An iBuyer, which is iBuyer is the the rates, the companies, the whatever, the companies, the corporations that are buying homes. An iBuyer is going to price ahead of the market and mark it down every week until it sells. Makes the market more like the stock market, more volatile, more up and down. If you lived in a house for 30 years and raised your kids there, there's no way you're going to mark it down after 2 weeks on the market. You guys see what I'm talking about here? You got a group of people, okay, corporations that are jumping into the housing market in order to just make money. That's it. They don't care about anything other than let's make some money. And these people, these funds, okay, they're very, very, they got a lot of money. They're very well, they're very well funded. And it's hard for you and me to compete against these companies. You and me, when we go buy a house, it's an emotional decision. We go walk it. We might go visit the house 3 more times before we make the decision to put an offer, right? We might go talk to the neighbors, walk to the park, go walk to the local grocery store, right? Or drive to it. Do you want to live there? Do you see yourself walking in those streets? That's what a house is, right? For most of us. And that's what it should be for all of us. But then you got these corporations that are sitting in some cubicle somewhere in some office building, basically just looking at numbers. And they're trying to decide, up, down, left, right, whatever. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. Leave housing to the people, I would say. Now, I know, look, there is, you can still, invest in different, there are mortgage-backed securities that people can invest in, right? So basically, a company will take a bunch of mortgages, consolidate them into a package. These people are paying their mortgage, so then it becomes an investment. Then you could put that into the stock market. Sort of what happened 08. Even I think that's okay. It is. If people are paying their mortgage, I think if you want to invest in that, fine. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not 100% on board with corporations buying more and more of the housing supply that is really meant for people. And I don't like the idea of being turned into renters. I just personally, you know what? What about you guys? Do you agree with me? Do you think this is good for the economy, bad for the economy? Let's go ahead and have a discussion, because I would really love to know what a lot of you guys think, right? And it's just so great that you could literally ask a question. Now, I try to answer everybody that leaves a comment, so please go ahead and comment down below. I want to hear your take. Do you think, so here's the question, okay? The big question is, do you think that corporations should be, buying up houses in our neighborhoods, right? Simple question, they buy it. Like, look, I'm going to have a link to this article down in the description below if you want to read it in full. But what do you think? Do you think it's cool? And what do you think that's going to do to the housing market? How do you see the housing market developing in the future? It's going to be very, very interesting. But again, I'm not loving it. I'm just not loving this idea. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this video. This was a fun video. I thought it was a fun video. I love kind of getting a little controversial sometimes. It's a lot of it. It's just opinion, right? We're here. We're trying to have a good time. I'm trying to entertain you, right? As you go through your day and you're doing what you're doing. That's what I'm here for. And I just want to offer you my perspective, and hopefully it's a perspective that you enjoy and you enjoy listening to. Now, I want to say real quick, a lot of you guys have been watching my videos. I'm getting so many more views every single day, and I want to say thank you guys so much. It means so much to me. You have no idea. Thank you. I wouldn't be doing these videos if it wasn't for you guys. Now, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy what I have to say, I want to say, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. I want to say, guys, once again, thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.